Welcome back to the channel and a preview of the Champion Chase, which is just a few weeks away and promises to be one of the best races of the entire Cheltenham Festival in my opinion. And it's Shishkin that is 8 to 11 favourite to get the job done for Nicky Henderson. That'll be Nico de Boinville taking the ride, you'd imagine. And this horse is 10 out of 10 and has already won twice at the festival and has taken the conventional route from the Supreme, went chasing, won the Arkle, and now he's bidding to win the Queen Mother Champion Chase, and he's already got a very lofty rating. If he wins this, he might just be one of the most exciting horses in training, and I think he already is, in fairness. And at the start of the year I put up the horse that I think will be Horse of the Year essentially, and I put up Shishkin, and he's already proven me somewhat right so far after winning the Desert Orchid and then the Clarence House at Aintree. Now that performance last time beating Energumene was a very good one and probably the toughest test he's faced, and he won by a length I think it was in the end, and everything kind of went wrong for him. He had first flow jump across him at the first, then he did a bad peck, and everything seemed to be in Energumene's favour, who performed very creditably, and Shishkin still managed to get rolling and get the job done in the end. And I think this horse is short enough at 8 to 11, but I think he's probably the most likely winner of a race at the Cheltenham Festival, along with Honeysuckle. They just seem to be so far clear in their own division, and I think he'll take all the beating at 8 to 11. Energumene, you'd probably think that if he was ever going to beat Shishkin, it'd be last time at Ascot, where he seemed to have everything in his favour. He's never raced at Cheltenham as well, and Shishkin has already won the Supreme and the Arkle, so that's definitely in Shishkin's favour. So Energumene is up against it, but if you can make all again, I think he might just make Shishkin work for it. But in the end of the day, I think Shishkin is the better horse and will take all the beating. Now Shishkin Vs bounced back in the Dublin Chase as well. Personally, I was probably too quick, as long as many people who wrote him off after that very bad performance in Sandown, and he was beaten in the Champion Chase last year at very short odds. But I think he could be one that might run well enough. I think he's most likely to finish that in that third position for each way betters, and he's on 6 to 1 at the minute. And as I said, in the Dublin Chase it was much more like the Shishkin Vs of old, won by 10 lengths, but he did beat Dunvegan, Captain Guinness and Cashback, and an underperforming Grenadine, so it was hardly a vintage renewal, but I think to the eye it was a very impressive one, and he's definitely the most likely to finish in that third each way place at the minute, because of the rest of them that I'll get onto now. Nube Negra, Funambule Sivela, Editor de Geet, Hitman Politolog. Well, I think quite a few of them are just decent handicaps, and some of them might be up to winning the odd grade 3 or grade 2, but I think none of these will be able to live with the top 2 in the market, and probably Shishkin Vs as well. I don't think heading into the season no one thought that Editor de Geet or Funambule Sivela would be lining up in the Champion Chase, and that's a testament to the horse. They've shown very good levels of progression, and Editor de Geet does have good form at Cheltenham, but I think at the end of the day I think the class will prevail in this race, and you'll see Shishkin, Energumene and Shishkin Vs pretty much having the race to themselves from like 2 to jump. I think it'll be a long way back to 4th, whoever manages to finish 4th, and I think this race probably will cut up quite a bit. There's not a vintage renewal bar the top 2 in the market who are definitely exceptional horses, and if I had to put my money on one now at the minute, it'd be Shishkin, although at these prices it's just a race that I'm just going to sit back and watch, because it's the race where, although I think Shishkin will win, it's not one where he's going to go and blow the field apart by 12 lengths like he did in the Arkle last year. I think Energumene will give him a really good test, and hopefully it'll be like Ascot in the Clarence House, where both are swinging in with a chance. But I think he'll be ultimately Nico de Boinville winning another grade 1. He gets it right on the big occasions nearly all the time, and I think he'll be another Queen Mother Champion Chase for Nico de Boinville, who's had some very good rides in that over the years, and I think this could just be the best of all in the form of Shishkin. So that rounds up this video. Thanks a lot for watching, and let me know in the comments, is Shishkin a certainty? Because I think, as certainties go, he's probably one that's high up on the list.